I had to drive myself to a lot of treatments and stuff. My vehicle broke down on the way to Pagosa, and I ended up skateboarding to Chemo, and a lady picks me up on the side of the road saying, you shouldn't be in the middle of Colorado on a skateboard. I said, I'm heading to Chemo, and she gave me a ride to Chemo, and I got through my session. And I've been skateboarding for about 35 years. One of the things that kept me going, is I've always been able to fall down and get up through skateboarding. So this was kind of a big fall down and a big get up, I was having some issues with my stomach. I thought it was an ulcer. And then I started feeling like I was going to faint just driving down the road. So I pulled into just a little immediate care place in Albuquerque. And the doctor, she suggested that I get a scope done. And that's what initiated the upper endoscopy, which they found a mass. And I was diagnosed with confirmed gastric cancer. I was kind of a heavy drinker for years there, and so that's what the surgical oncologist said it was related to that. So and also I did have h.Pylori, so that h.Pylori was a big I guess the cause of it. So my doctor said it would be 4 rounds of FLOT chemo, then surgery, then 4 more rounds of FLOT chemo would be I guess it's the standard for the type of gastric cancer that I had, as well as I decided to do Rick Simpson oil treatment that was offered at a local dispensary, New Mexico Alternative Care. So I started doing that at the same time as the chemo. I did the 4 rounds, went through, it was pretty rough. The first 4 were really rough for me. I was in the hospital, I think, a couple times with some issues. When I got through the chemo, I went to Albuquerque, New Mexico to do the surgery. They did a Roux-en-Y gastrectomy, which is a partial gastrectomy, where they kind of replace your plumbing a little bit and take out a part of my stomach. It's just cannabis oil. It's just Rick Simpson was a guy that had he had skin cancer, and he made some oil out of some cannabis and put it on his skin, and the doctors and him noticed that the skin cancer just disappeared. It went away, and so he started experimenting with it, and it's been working for a lot of people. As soon as I got diagnosed, I knew I was going to need help with the nausea and the vomiting, because I was already experiencing that. So I went and I got my medical card, and that's when I was able to start the treatment with the oil. And I took suppositories for about 8 months, and now I do oral cannabis oil. And I've also used a lot of the other products that are made with the cannabis. They make a salve that's really great for neuropathy. You just rub it on, and it works really good. I kept my appetite throughout treatment. During chemo, I was eating cheeseburgers while all the other patients were suffering, unable to eat, and I think that was a difference. I was able to kind of stay a little more healthy than other folks because I was able to maintain my appetite. I think just having that energy and was huge, huge, and being able to recover as quick as I did. I try not to dwell too much. I try not to focus too much on the future. I'm more in the here and now. I try to take the moment and try to enjoy the day. I'm still thankful for each morning I wake up. Every morning I wake up is just a good one. So, don't give up. Just know that there's an end to it. There's an end to the treatment. And there's days. It's going to be rough, but there are good days. And to continue. I think that fighting is the biggest thing. Just to continue to keep fighting no matter what. It's just one of those things. I fought. For my son. I fought for every reason I could think of. And I think it's been worth it. It's been worth it it's been worth the fight.